Hello everyone, it's Iveoma, your guide to Africa, and today I'm going to be talking about why returnees need to stop moving to Lagos, Nigeria. All of this is coming up. Please make sure to like, comment below. Those are amazing ways for you to support my channel. Thank you. Also, a lot of people are not getting the notifications. I want you to head down to the bell below this video and click all. Lagos is a huge city. It's packed full of millions of people. Therefore, there are millions of opportunities here. And on top of that, you can network with the right people in your industry and you could really build a successful business in Lagos, Nigeria. So I'm not saying anything wrong about that. What I am saying is that the stress in Lagos is real. It's full of frustration. There's just too many people here. And I know that's funny coming from me since I just came, but I think I just had to experience Lagos for myself.
Y'all, this is a joke. This is why I'm stressed staying here. I'm 10 minutes away from my house. I have been stuck here for over an hour. 10 minutes away from my house. I need a break from Lagos.
Lagos will make you insane. It's so stressful here that I'm getting crazier. I did not realize I had rage in me. You know, there's rage behind this smile. Like, I didn't even know I could tap into that at will. What I've learned how to do here is if other people want to act crazy, I'm gonna act crazy too. You want to act crazy? Let's act crazy together. Let's all do it. So I got to explore that side of rage and insanity when I moved back. When returnees typically think of Nigeria, they're gonna immediately think of Lagos or Abuja, right? And really focus on Lagos. Lagos is the most hyped about city. It's the city that has the most interest, has the most people, and people just see the business opportunities in the city, which there are many. But there are other cities in Nigeria, and on top of that, Lagos doesn't reflect all of Nigeria. New York City is a big city in the United States. New York City does not represent all of the United States. New York City is a United States city, but it only really represents itself. Lagos is a Nigerian city with millions of Nigerians from every single tribe in Nigeria, mixed with foreigners, mixed with other Africans, but it does not represent Nigeria. And to be honest, I got exposed to Lagos later in life. When I used to come back to Nigeria, it would only really be around Christmas, or maybe there was one time we came back in May. Before, we would take a flight that would land in Port, and from Port, we would drive to the village, 4 hours to the village. That flight was no longer available. We would take a flight from Lagos, spend one day, maybe 1 or 2 days in Lagos, and then take that 14-hour drive to the village. That was my life. There are millions of other people living in other cities and other towns in Nigeria, experiencing a very different way of life. You know, so Lagos, Nigeria was not my first exposure to Nigerian city. Aba and Port are my first exposures to Nigerian cities. Aba is filthy, it is dirty, people are running around. It's a very high energy city. Port is cleaner, calmer, has better roads. So I've always known that Lagos is not Nigeria. The reason I moved back to Lagos, Nigeria is because I wanted to pursue media, being on a TV show, which I felt like was completely reasonable for me because I've done so much work. My YouTube channel is my portfolio. If you're gonna do media, you have to come to Lagos. Like, where else are you gonna go? Like, you have to first come to Lagos, build that network, do what you need to do. COVID happened, right? And then I started seeing all the same people I watch on TV, that I like their interview skills. I started seeing them open YouTube channels and do IGTV and do TikTok. Like, they're now doing the exact same thing I'm doing, so maybe I don't need to be on a TV show. And the good thing about YouTube is like international audience, because most of my audience is from the US, UK, Canada, and now I have a growing audience from Nigeria. And then 2, I decided since moving here that I want to manufacture a product in Nigeria. I don't know what that product is. Anywhere I'm looking at cassava flour to tomato paste. I just want to manufacture a product in Nigeria. And I started looking at the rules and regulations in Lagos and started talking to people here and what they're dealing with. Do you guys know there are other cities outside of Lagos? Ibadan is 90 minutes away. It never floods. It's a really nice city. And you know, your business would have less competition out there. And I started looking at eastern cities, and I started talking to investors who are interested in eastern cities. And the things that they were saying, it was just like, I don't need to be in Lagos. Like, now the game has opened up for me. Now my life is beyond Lagos, right? Because I don't need to be in Lagos. And I'm not manufacturing a product in Lagos. Absolutely not. I already looked around, I'm like, You know, there are other cities in Nigeria that want you. You know, Lagos, you could raise $100 million US. $100 million US. You wake up the following day and your company will be legal. You know that, right? What do you think happened to all of those companies that were pushed out? That, you know, they just went to all the secondary cities in Nigeria. Lagos does not care about any business owner. They do not care about you. If your $100 million is lost, they're gonna look at you like, and next. Like, they don't care about you. So why won't you go to another city that wants you, that desires you, looking for you, they're chasing you, they want you to come to their city and build your business? There's a third business that I'm been working on, and I actually pitched to an investor. So I told the investor, like, look, I'm not even looking at Lagos and Abuja. Like, I literally told this investor this. Loved it. They loved it. So I'm like, they were telling me, like, okay, this investor was telling me the first business they started was not in Lagos. They come to Lagos to solicit business, to talk to people, but their first business was not in Lagos. Their first business was in Iyo. So this investor was thrilled that I was thinking outside of the box. And so that's what I want. I rather build in an area with very little competition and win. That's my strategy, that's my goal. I'm just letting you guys know, I think it's time for returnees to look outside of Lagos, think about other cities that we can go to. Because Nigeria is full of opportunities in so many different cities. And you have to think about it like this. Lagos has everything. There's nothing that Lagos does not have. Lagos has everything. But you know, a lot of these secondary cities are completely ignored. They want some stuff. And they have population there too. There are millions of people staying in other cities. They have the population, not the population that Lagos has. Not that much competition. So for me, it's more attractive to live maybe in these other cities with less competition, less stressful life, maybe not so glamorous, but honestly, I am not living a life of glamour right now anyway, at all, in any way. I'm looking at the Southwest, Southeast. Those are regions that I'm very interested in, and I want to explore and look at and see the business opportunities there and talk to returnees in those regions, because I know there are many. I'm starting to look outside of Lagos, and I just want all of you guys to just know that option is there for you. Friday, I drove from Ibeju-Lekki to mainland, right? So it's already kind of a crazy long journey. But my appointment, I actually interviewed a returnee out there who has a factory, and that interview is coming soon. But my appointment with her was at 10 a.m. and I wanted to make sure, I wanted to be absolutely certain that I would reach by then. So I left my house at 5:45. So I left my house at 5:45 a.m. I drove out of the gate at 5:45 a.m. to get to a 10 a.m. meeting. Luckily, it only took me 2 hours to get there, so I just chilled out for 2 hours until our meeting. On the ride back, it took me 4.5 hours to get back, right? And then even yesterday I drove from yesterday was Saturday, I drove from Ibeju-Lekki to Lekki Phase 1, Admiralty Road. That's it. Guess how long it took me? Just guess. It took me 3 hours. 3 hours there, 3.5 hours back. To go where? Where am I going for 3 hours? I'm not going nowhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, that type of stress every day, day after day. Anytime I want to go anywhere, it's like traffic. You know, for every interview I've done, by the way, every interview, you guys didn't know this, let me tell you. For every interview I've done, it's taking me at least 2 to 3 hours to get that interviewee, except for Odera. Odera, when she was living in the States, she was living in the ShopRite close to me. The closest ShopRite is like 40 like 45 minutes away. It was very easy to meet her. She was the easiest person to meet. But everybody else had taken me 2.5 hours to 3 hours. I'm just letting you guys know the actual reality of living here and doing interviews in the areas that returnees actually live. Ibeju Lekki is the village of Lagos. Let me say that again. Ibeju Lekki is the village of Lagos.